Alright, welcome back to the Final Fantasy VII Curse Ring Challenge. Thank you so much for being here. We got a full house today. Full house. Everybody's here. All the seats are filled. YouTube, seats are filled. Twitch, seats are filled. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. I appreciate everything you do. All the comments, all the love, all the support. Seriously, thank you so much. Of course, as always, I have a lot to talk about today. But stay tuned because you're really going to want to listen. Okay, how do I say that name? Trine TL. Is that right? Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, my man. Welcome back to the crew. Enjoy your email to that beautiful green materia badge. Thank you so much for being here. So, we actually have a bunch of story coming up, so this is perfect. Perfect time to chat it up about stuff. So the big thing that I want to announce, big thing, like right off the bat, before I get any further, we do have a big announcement today. Big announcement for the stream. I will be announcing it after the Final Fantasy VII Curse Ring Challenge and also at the end of the stream today, so I'll announce it twice, just in case anyone misses it. For those of you on YouTube, this is an announcement for Twitch, so you may or may not be interested, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it in the YouTube video. It'll be 4 episodes from now. It'll be at the end of this session. I'll go ahead and include it into the video. The reason being that I'll probably be talking about it the whole time, so at that point you'll want to know what I was talking about. If you're not interested in Twitch stuff, then feel free to not listen to it. If you are interested, then check it out. I usually upload it separate. Like I'll usually do Curse Ring Challenge. It's just Curse Ring Challenge, and then I'll upload any Twitch announcements as like a separate video. However, of course, YouTube, being the fantastic, help that it always has been, to us at this show, decided to start deleting accounts that put up small videos only talking about their Twitch channels. So we can't do that anymore. So it's going to have to be at the end of the Curse Ring Challenge. So if you're interested, check it out. If not, no big deal. I'll talk about it again when we get there. But those of you on Twitch, get hype because it's super awesome announcement. Been working on it for a while. Some of you probably already know what it might be. Spoilers. But yeah. So that'll be at the end of the stream today, and also at the end of Final Fantasy today. Dermo, you're free from the horses. Thank God, man. Thank God. You've been working on those so hard. No, it has nothing to do with the mod. The mod is gone, well, I wouldn't say nowhere, but I did the routing and Suna's working on the mod behind the scenes, but he's also working on his own mod, so, it's not going to be, done tomorrow. It's gonna be a little while. I told him not to worry about it, because he's doing it for free. He's doing it, just because he wants to do it. I didn't pay him. I didn't, I had the idea, and he was like, I could do this. So he's literally creating us an entire mod just because he likes us. So I'm not trying to rush him, if you catch my drift. Virtual, thank you for the host. So, yes, I got a Chipotle sponsorship confirmed. So, if you were here last week, you know that we are no longer allowed to play the boss music in this game. YouTube has decided to start grabbing any video with the Final Fantasy VII boss music in it because it incorrectly thinks that it is a song written by a metal band that is actually a cover of the boss music, and they don't even own it. It's a cover, and yet YouTube still grabs it. So we're not allowed to listen to the great boss music of this game anymore. YouTube decided, nope, no more. You're not allowed to have fun. So last week, I went in and I edited the game files, and I took out the trigger to start the boss music for Schizo. So instead, we got the regular fight music. And then we also had the boss music later when we fought the boss for Alexander, and I just muted everything completely and played some music over it. Today, now that I had an actual week to look into the business, well, it's partly YouTube's fault. I'm not going to get into it, but YouTube's algorithm is the one that grabbed it and said, hey, someone's using your music, do you want to claim it? And then the claim company said, yeah, we'll claim it, why not, free money. So it's really both of their faults. And since I sent in a dispute and I haven't heard back, that just means that the company doesn't care at all about me or anything, sense of right or anything. So I would blame the company a lot for that, but it's also YouTube's fault because YouTube's algorithm is the one that grabbed it in the first place. So it's both of their faults. But anyways, so today, since I had some time to look into it, I actually went in and edited the actual music file, and I replaced it with something else. You'll see what that is soon enough. I think you'll enjoy it. It'll be a nice little bonus. Also, I wanted to apologize to YouTube. Last week I had a video, I think it was 2 episodes ago, where like some people were complaining because I ranted the whole episode. And I kind of see your point. Like, I apologize because when I started doing Final Fantasy VII stuff, the rants and the Final Fantasy VII stuff just kind of went together. Like, whenever I did a Final Fantasy VII playthrough, I ended up ranting about something, and then everyone was like, wow, Death, your rants are so cool. And so whenever I play Final Fantasy VII now, I kind of, like, subconsciously get into rant mode. Like, I don't mean to. It just happens. Like, whenever we play Final Fantasy VII, it's like, alright, what are we going to rant about today? So, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with ranting. Like, usually I make my point and then drop it. But sometimes I get carried away and I rant about something for way too long. And that happened last week. I ranted for the same thing for like an hour. And it wouldn't have been that bad if I ranted the first part of an episode and then, like, the episode ended and then I ranted in the next part of the next episode. But because of the timing, I started ranting like right at the beginning of an episode, and then I didn't end ranting until the end of the same episode. So like that whole episode was just a rant. Like, it was just me yelling. So anyone that doesn't enjoy my rants probably didn't enjoy that episode. So I apologize. I mean, if you're here, you probably enjoy my rants because a lot of people say that's what hooked them to my show is me ranting about things, you know. But if you're not into that and you just wanted to watch Final Fantasy VII and all you watched was an hour of me ranting, I apologize. I mean, I played the game too, but yeah, I didn't mean to rant for an hour is what I mean to say. Sometimes I get carried away. I'm sorry. I get carried away sometimes. Sometimes I get angry. Speaking of rants, somebody on one of my videos said I should just stick to Final Fantasy VII playthroughs. Thanks, whoever that was. Appreciate it. I know I have the big announcement later, but I do have an announcement to tell you right now. I am now canceling all my other shows and priorities, and I'm just going to play Final Fantasy VII until I die. So, you know, good news for everybody who enjoys me playing Final Fantasy VII. That's all I'm going to play for the rest of the time. I'm going to divorce my wife, lose custody of my child, and just play Final Fantasy VII until I'm 90. Because that sounds fun, right? That won't deteriorate the quality of my videos or anything. That won't destroy my living or anything. People don't understand, man. I've been down that road. If you play nothing but one game, you get burnt out, man. You get burnt out. Your audience gets burned out. Whenever they stop enjoying that game, you know, like once they're through with Final Fantasy VII content, or through with Fortnite content, or through with whatever, the next big game comes out and they forget you. They leave. I've been down this road. It's not good. Not good to do that. I'm not saying that every streamer or YouTuber needs to be a variety person. You can definitely be a professional League of Legends player or something and make a living off of being a professional League of Legends player. You know what I mean? But I've been down this road. It's not for me. I'm a variety guy. If you don't like variety guys, then don't watch me. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not gonna devote my entire life to Final Fantasy VII. I'm sorry. I've already devoted half my life. I don't need to devote the rest of my life. For me, this was never supposed to be a profession. This was just my hobby. So now that it is my profession, I'm keeping it my hobby. And I'm doing what people like to see, Final Fantasy VII, but I'm also doing stuff I want to do, like Trophy Quest and Heartsathon. So that's the way I do things, so that I stay happy and you stay happy. If I did nothing but Final Fantasy VII, I wouldn't be happy, and the quality of the content would diminish, and you would hate me. So just 855%. All right. The other negative 755% will go towards Trophy Quest. There you go. There's my rant for the day. It was only like 2 minutes long. The rest of the video will be nothing but Final Fantasy VII action and Tifa falling over in a really goofy way. Thank you for the 450 bits, Jaggin. I can't resist the power. You cannot resist the power of Final Fantasy VII. It's just so alluring. That time when Cloud was in a void with whale noises. You said that's the rant for the day, but what about the rant for the afternoon? We'll see. See what happens. This afternoon should be interesting. We're finishing Tales of Symphonia, finally. For sure this time. For sure. They literally said, this is the final battle. There's no way I don't finish it today. If I don't finish Tales of Symphonia today, I'll be real upset. They said, this is the final battle, and that's where I ended. So there's no way it takes more than 4 hours to finish the game. Okay, there's no way. I refuse to believe. I don't think I'll ever stop playing Final Fantasy VII. You know, when I say that I'm not going to devote my life to Final Fantasy VII, what I mean is I'm not going to only play Final Fantasy VII, because I would get bored and probably strangle myself within a year. But I think I will play Final Fantasy VII for the majority of my career. Like, I don't know if I'll ever stop playing the game in some way, you know. Yo, Dino with the gifted sub to Rex McLeod. Rex McLeod, welcome to the crew. Enjoy those fun figure emotes and that beautiful green materia badge. Appreciate it, my man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever quit playing. Like, there'll definitely be a time where I take a break from 7. Like I have before. I took a break from 7 a few months ago. Before we started doing these challenge runs again, I took a pretty big break. I was speedrunning the game. We just got done with New Threat, I think. Or maybe Hardcore. And I was speedrunning the game. And I was like, I'm done with the speedrun. because it's awful.
That's it. I've come up with a new recipe.
Yo, I'll think of a 115 trying. Appreciate it, man. And I didn't really have any mods I wanted to try out, and I had a lot of other stuff going on the channel, so I took like a break from it, and we did the Legend of Dragoon Let's Play instead for our Friday series. And I'm sure I'll take more breaks like that in the future. You know, there's a lot of Let's Plays I want to do, and it's hard for me to do Let's Plays and do a challenge of Final Fantasy VII at the same time. Like, doing Tales and doing Final Fantasy VII at the same time has been a real struggle for me. Like, I have time to do both, and to edit both, and to upload both, but I don't have much time more than that. I have no time to work on, you know, the other big videos on YouTube, all the other things. You know, I got behind on my 4.8 live highlights. I got behind on the Final Fantasy VII big edited videos. I got, you know, because it's just like so much. It's 4 hours of this and 4 hours of Tales that I have to go through and upload and render. So it's been kind of tough. I feel like it'd be a lot easier if it just wasn't on the same day, which is why I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing two series on one day. I'll split them into 2 different days because it's like stressful as all heck. But I do want to do more Let's Plays. There's so many games I want to Let's Play. So many games I've missed out on because I never owned an SNES as a kid. So I missed out on Final Fantasy VI. I missed out on Chrono Trigger. And then there's also some games that I want to play specifically because I want to show them off. I want to play Legend of Legaia more than anything. Because it's one of my favorite games and it's super underrated. And I have so much to talk about when it comes to that game. A Let's Play of that game would just be me, like, splooging over the game for 40 hours. Which, who doesn't want to watch that, right? I need to make sure we have curse rings on. Okay. If Kate Sith doesn't have a curse ring on, I will reset and give him one. But hopefully he has one. I kind of want to use the rocket punch, to be honest. I need to kill these guys fast. I mean, I guess I could just use Bahamut or something. I could just do this. In fact, I think I can kind of cheat. Who's Kate Sith? Legend? I don't know who Kate Sith is, actually. Yuna's Yuffie. Yuffie. I think it's Legend. Does anyone call Yuffie Yuffie? I used to call her Yuffie, and I still do sometimes on accident. Wait, I have MP Turbo? Should I even do that? That'll probably be way too much. That's way too much. That's not necessary. Anyways. Yuffie sounds like a dog. Yuffie. Come here, Yuffie. It does kind of. I've never said Tifa before. That sounds weird to me. Yuffie sounds weird, but it sounds like it could be right. Tifa doesn't sound right at all. Tifa sounds strange. It would have to be 2 Fs. Yuffie has the 2 Fs, so that's where you get like the Yuff look from. But Tifa only has 1 F, so you know, I'm saying Tifa doesn't sound right. You were 4, leave you alone. Alright. You were probably a cute 4-year-old, so you pass. Phonics were not my strongest suit at 7. Tifa isn't short for Tiffany. I believe Tifa's name comes from a Roman or Greek god. I think it's Roman. I'll have to look it up again. Here. Because I'm curious. What? Not? I don't want that page. What? Give me a break, Google. Okay. Tifa's name. Tifa's name is pronounced with a long E, Tifa, rather than a short I, Tifa. Tifa may be shortened version of the name Tiffany. Okay, so they say it might be. Tiffany means manifestation of God, or in Greek, 3, the Trinity. Tifa may also be derived from Tiferet, being the 6th Sephira in the Tree of Life, symbolizing love, beauty, and self-sacrifice. Which would tie up to Jewish mysticism, which is a big theme in Final Fantasy VII. What my thought process was that Tifa comes from the Greek 3, or the Trinity, because Tifa's main objective in the game was to be a monkey wrench in Cloud and Aeris's. Well, she's supposed to be the true love interest, but she's also a monkey wrench in. Okay, Kate Sith doesn't have a curse ring, so let's reset and give him one. So Tifa, when they were designing Tifa, the character designer said, his name is Tetsuya Nomura, I believe. He decided that it would be cool to have a third person, like a love interest that is between like a triangle, because at first it was just Cloud and Aeris and that's it. And then they decided, oh, Aeris is going to meet an untimely end. And so they were like, how should we do this whole love interest thing if Aeris dies? And then they said, let's have someone else in there instead, but let's not get rid of the love interest between Cloud and Aeris. Let's have like a triangle. And so Tifa was made in order to complete the love triangle. And so that's why I think her name is Tifa, because it means 3, or the Trinity. So it makes sense. They made her to be like the third. She kind of started off as the third wheel, but then she ends up being the real love interest. So it's kind of interesting. That's where I think the name came from. That makes more sense to me than the other explanation, but it could be both. And you never know what they're thinking. Okay, you need a curse ring. Normally we could just give him one, but because the game just inserts him into our party, there's no way for us to give him one, so we have to cheat it in. And let me reset my HP counter just in case, because sometimes it gets all wonky. I still have my materia, right? No, I don't. I saved and then did it. Good thing I checked. Just gonna give him a bunch of garbage just to level it up. Because why not? See you, Dacon. Oh, I read an interesting thing the other day. Someone sent me a PM about the whole Coca-Cola owning Aeris's death scene thing. And he seems to think that that's actually a scam and that they don't actually own the scene. We had somebody in here the other day who explained, thanks for the host Kool-Aid, explained why Coca-Cola owns the scene. They said that there was some advertising between Square Enix and Coca-Cola, and Coca-Cola used that scene for the advertising, which doesn't make much sense, because why would they show Eris dying? But maybe they just used like the first part of it where she's sitting there. But anyways, apparently they owned it at one point, and then that's why they still own it and can claim it or whatever. But according to the other guy that I read the PM from, he said that it's just a scam, which wouldn't surprise me because there's a lot of scams on YouTube with copyright stuff. I just read about one the other day about the Undertale song, Megalomania. Someone was going around claiming that it was their song, even though it wasn't, but no one could really prove that it wasn't, and YouTube doesn't really take the time to go through and check, so he just kind of made a bunch of money off of it. And honestly, that might be what's happening to me right now with the boss music. It might be that someone's just wrongly claiming it on purpose, and that's why when I disputed it, I didn't get an answer. You know, there's no way to know. But just a thing, you know, who knows if it really is. All I know is that I can't use it, so. Eventually, it's just going to be me sitting in a seat with a picture of Cloud, because that's all I'm allowed to show. We're already down one boss theme, one really important scene, and what else? Oh, and my Twitch announcement I'm not allowed to show either. Soon enough, it's just going to be me sitting in a chair talking about the game. There'll be no gameplay, I'll just be talking about it. No gameplay or music, it'll just be me sitting here. Okay, Kate Sith is helping Barrett out now, and okay, now I'm gonna run over to the door and check it. What scene? The Eris death scene we're not allowed to show on YouTube because Coca-Cola owns it and will steal my video. That's been a thing for years. The boss music thing just happened 2 weeks ago, and I don't know if it's going to stick around or if, you know, they're going to figure out that it's wrong and fix it. But the Coca-Cola thing's been forever, ever since we played New Threat. So. Yeah. And now the cannon is loading up and it's gonna fire. See, it worries me if the boss music thing is a scammy content company, because then they can just get me in trouble. If it were the real company, then they'd probably be like, oh, our bad, or they would just wouldn't say anything. But if it's a scammy company, they might go, no, it's ours, and then try to get my account deleted. Which is why I probably shouldn't have disputed it in the first place, but I wanted to dispute it because I wanted to hopefully fix it for other content creators that want to upload Final Fantasy VII stuff. It's a shame that they're all going to get demonetized. You know? So I don't know. I did it, but I'm sad that I did it because now I'm worried about the state of my channel. Like, YouTube's just going to call me and be like, so, you know, we don't want to have to deal with it, so we're just deleting your account. You know that thing you worked literally more than half your life on? Yeah, that's gone. Sorry about that. No rant challenge? Impossible. Oh, the band is real, but the people claiming it isn't the band. Let's keep ranting on YouTube. Let's not. I've talked enough about it already. And you've already heard this. I mean, sure, it's frustrating, but you've already heard me talk about it, so. I was mostly just answering a question. What's up, Mystery One? Hey, quick pro tip. If you see gas coming out of the pipes around you, don't yell the word gas. You should probably just keep your mouth shut. Sapphire Weapon is his name. John Weapon. If you yell at the gas loud enough, you'll frighten it, and it'll leave. It'll pack up its stuff and go. Good thing Yuffie has a curse ring. I didn't check her. I forgot that you actually had Yuffie for this part. Usually I get to the airship without a battle. I forgot she actually joins the party. Little Sapphire Weapon memes. Oh, it didn't kill you. Okay. Good lord. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. That should kill him. I hope. I hope. Please die. Why do I never use Yuffie? I used Yuffie in the last challenge we did. HP to MP, I used her because of her heal limit. And because of the Conformer, because it's freaking strong as heck. The Conformer is like the easiest ultimate weapon to get and one of the best. It just does so much damage to some things. Tifa, do the thing. Thank you. Stop. Left arm. Head. Head. Tifa, what are you doing? What do you mean? What do you mean? Where's the key? Is it not in her mouth? The key is in her mouth. Head. Left arm. What? Okay. No, that's fine. Whatever you say. I know the pattern. It's legs, legs, head, head, right arm, head. But for some reason, it wouldn't let me do right arm. This is my favorite cutscene in the game. Giant scary weapon beam does minimal damage to wall. I think we've done Wu Tai on every challenge we've ever done. Even Necrosis we did it, I think. So yeah, we'll do Wu Tai in this one. It might be a little scary, but I have a trick under my sleeve for that fight. Actually, there's a couple things I could do for that fight. I could wait to do it and use out the conformer. No, I can't use the conformer because Yuffie's trapped. Shoot. Well, in that case, I could go grab Dragon Scales. Or I could just use the Nail Bat and laugh all the way home. Equip Power Soul for Scarlet fight. That'd be amazing if, like, you could equip the Power Soul and Scarlet came up here and she was just like, I'm gonna slap you off this building, and then you slap her once. You slap her once and she goes like flying 1,000 miles per hour into the water. That'd be amazing. I love how it says okay ... slap. It's like, if you want to slap, it's kind of weird, but wow, Tifa got wrecked. Feels bad, man. Think of it, 106 bits, Adra. I think you actually... Shouldn't I say your name Adjurian? Because it's like the I there. Adjurian? I'm probably saying it completely wrong. It's probably Adjurian. This might be the most ridiculous part of the game. Two girls just slapping each other while the world goes to heck. Yeah, sounds like Congress. I think it's actually the most realistic part of the game, now that I think about it. Now it all makes sense.
What am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do? I think I'm the 101. Don't worry about Yuffie, she's fine. Yo! Man, you made me say the name again. Adjurian! Argo with the gifted sub to Adjurian. Adjurian, welcome back for the second month in a row! Enjoy your fun figure emotes and that beautiful green materia badge. 1 month away from that blue badge. Think of the 2 bits, Cheaty.
This game sucks.
This game does suck. Think of the 48 bits, Dino. I think this is like one of 2 times in the entire game that you have to talk to Red 13 to further the plot. You have to talk to him in Kazuha Canyon when you're sitting around the fire, and you have to talk to him talk to him here to get the idea to go help look in Mediel for Cloud. That's a really random fact. Welcome to Random Facts with Death Unites Us. Did you know you have to talk to Red 13 exactly 2 times to beat Final Fantasy VII? Did you know that? Supposed to go now, right? This moron. I read ahead in the strategy guide. Go to Mediel, you idiots. We're gonna use Vincent because we never use Vincent. Not that we even get to fight anything now. At what point do the gimmick weapons stop being the most powerful you can find to buy? What do you mean by gimmick weapons? Because it depends on what you mean. The Power Soul never gets bad. You can use the Power Soul to the end of the game. You can use the Power Soul on Emerald Weapon. It's never bad. It's always good. If you're talking about the swing weapons, like Work Glove, Nail Bat, probably now, actually. About now is when you start getting the like crystal weapons, whatever they are, like the mithril weapons. I don't think we have any yet. But we're gonna start getting weapons soon that are about as strong, but have materia slots. I mean, if you don't use materia at all for whatever reason, then yeah, they're still useful, but when you have a weapon that's like only 10 damage less but has materia slots, it's like 1,000 times better, so. Yeah, we don't need to get anything, I don't think. We could get a curse ring. Should we go get the real curse ring? Actually, let's go, let's get Contain. I don't think I'll ever need it, but really Contain is kind of useless. I used to love it when I was a kid. It was like my favorite materia, but now I never use it. It just never seems to ever come in handy. It's like, if you want something weak, you use Bolt or Ice or whatever, and if you want something strong, you just use a Summon. Contain kind of falls in a strange middle ground where, and you can't hit everyone with it either, so like if you're using magic, you probably want to hit more than one enemy, and Summons do it, and Bolt and Ice do it. Contain don't do it. I only got to it these buttons. Let's see. Oh wait, it's not you. I can take this though. Why aren't they porting Final Fantasy VIII? Because Square literally did a bunch of drugs before they ever go into the office. There's someone sitting outside the Square Enix office that just hands out drugs as they're walking in. Don't ask me what Square Enix is doing, okay? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Why port Final Fantasy VIII and 9 and 6 and 5 and make good ports when you can put Final Fantasy VII on its 87th console? It's Mimic, right? God, I always forget the little crap like this. Yeah, I mean, why port Final Fantasy VI to something easy that isn't Steam, when instead you can put Final Fantasy VII on a $100 piece of crap console? Duh. Where's my Chipotle port? If I go into a Chipotle tomorrow and I'm not playing Final Fantasy VII in line, I'm gonna be real furious. I'm gonna be extremely mad. Listen, it's not my fault that I rant, okay? You guys bring this stuff up. You come in here and you tempt me. You're like, hey, Death, why is everything bad? And I'm like, I'll tell you why it's bad. It's all your guys' fault. I'm gonna stop I'm gonna stop apologizing for ranting, because it's all your fault. It's not my fault. It's your fault. You make me rant. I've decided it's not my fault. So to answer your question, let's see what this guy has in terms of weapons. He should have something that's like better than... Yeah, he has the crystal stuff. So I would say right now, to answer your question, right now, the first time you go to Medial, that's where those weapons become moot. Because these crystal weapons are in every way better. Like the Work Glove 68, the Crystal Glove is better and has materia. I don't have anything for you, but I don't really care. You need to get rid of your biggest armlet because you're about to leave the party. So yeah, that was a good question. You're right, you wouldn't be my friend if you didn't antagonize me. That's how friends work. What do I think about the PlayStation Mini? It's great. 10 of 10. I'm buying 8 when it comes out. I'm going to buy 8 PlayStation Minis when they come out and strap them together and make a PlayStation Ultra. See, I'm thinking ahead of the game. This made me so sad as a kid. Me too. I don't know, there's something about this game, and it's the way it... What's the word I'm looking for? The way it presents things. Like, people just say, oh, the story is nuts and crazy, and that's why everyone likes it, because it's so, you know, confusing and everything. It's the way that the game does it that's so well written. Like, Cloud gets lost, and you're sitting in the high wind, and you're like, where the heck is Cloud? We don't even know. You go around the world map trying to figure it out. You finally walk into Medial, and you hear those guys talking about Cloud, and you're like, oh my god, Cloud might be here. Then you walk in, and they place the nurse right in front of Cloud, so you can kind of see him, but not really, and you're like, oh, is that Cloud? Oh, it's Cloud, he's going to be okay. I finally get my best player back. And then she walks out of the way, and he's in the wheelchair, and you're like, what? And then you realize that you're not going to have Cloud for the next part of the game. And you're like, what is life? I've literally sunk everything into this character the whole game. And now I can't use him. Like, it's just done so well. It really is. And what's great is that the game really pulls the veil over your eyes. Because, like, once Eris leaves, you're like, okay, that was crazy. But at least the characters I have now are in my party. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Eris is gone. She took my armor, my stupid Eden coat, dang it. But at least I still have the rest of my party members. They're obviously going to stay. We're good. Then you get to this point in the game, and you're like, I'm losing Cloud now? Who do I have left? Freaking Barrett? Like, oh my god, my whole party's gone. Then you realize that Tifa's staying. She says right now, by the way, I'm staying, and you're like, what is life? I have like 4 characters left. The first time you played through this game, you don't even have Yuffie or Vincent. I think most people got Yuffie, because once you get to Rocket Town, usually you get Yuffie, but you probably don't have Vincent, so now you're like, I got like 5 people in my party, what the heck? This game is ridiculous. And you gotta go do, honestly, not an easy part of the game, the train mission. without Tifa or Cloud or Aerith, and you're like, what is life? It's just done really well. I don't know. There's a reason it's my favorite game, and it's not just because the story's whacked. Who's the strongest white mage in the whole Final Fantasy series? Probably Yuna, actually. Because in Final Fantasy X, you can be whatever you want. It's like when you go to school and you tell the kids they can be whatever they want when they grow up. That's Final Fantasy X. If you want Yuna to do 99,999 damage with quick attack and a rod, she can. Plus, summons are really broken in that game. So I'd probably say Yuna. And Aiko's really good in 9. Because she gets double white magic, right? I think? Or no. She gets, doesn't she get like a special summon with her trance? I forget. No. Yes. She gets the special summon. No, she does get double white. Okay, what does Dagger get? Dagger gets the boosted summons. Okay, I got those mixed up. So Dagger gets the boosted summons. Aiko gets the double white magic. Yeah, double white magic was sweet, especially with Holy, I think, right? You can double cast Holy and friggin' delete people. It's been a while since I played 9, but another game I need to go back and play again. But as far as I remember, that was the strat. Double cast Holy, destroy everything. White mages practically don't friggin' exist in 8, so there's that. Instead you get dogs. This is gonna be awkward. You know what? Just do this. God dang, Sid. Everything you use is so strong. God dang it, Red 13. The Seraph Comb is still amazing. What? Oh, that doesn't remove from other people. So I'm giving Sid all of the melee stuff. Death Blow, Added Cut, stuff like that. I'm giving Red 13 all the magic, so we can just delete things with magic. By the way, I should probably note that if I were to use HP Plus in any of my runs that I've done other than like Necrosis, things would be a lot easier. Like, HP Plus is incredibly strong. I've never really used it in any of my runs that were just like vanilla runs, because I just think it's way too good. If I ever have a real true problem, HP Plus can usually solve it. If you're ever playing through this game and you're like, man, it's hard, use HP Plus and you'll win all the Pokemon. It's just so good. Like, it's so good. It's so stupidly good. It's actually, like, dumb how good it is. Okay. I mean, like, the whole point of Materia is that The whole point of materia is that if you equip too much magic materia, too much summon materia, your HP gets really low, and then you're like a glass cannon, kind of. But with HP plus, it doesn't matter. You can equip friggin' 8 Knights of the Round materia in like 2 HP pluses, and you're good to go. It's really stupid. I meant to land. By the way, you can do the train and Fort Condor you can do them in either one first. Like you can do it in any order. I always do the train first. I don't know why, but I always do. I just always have. But you can do Fort Condor first. Does everyone have a curse ring, by the way? There, I used contain. I bet you this does stupid damage. Oh yeah. Curse ring coming into effect. Think of the bit train. I'm still thinking about this white mage question. You know who isn't the best white mage? Yo, right, he's thinking of the 148 bits. Appreciate it. You know who isn't the best white mage? Frickin' white mage from Final Fantasy I. Worst white mage ever. The white mages in Final Fantasy I are terrible. Yeah, literally red mages are better white mages. They're just useless classes. I kinda like what they did with white mages in Final Fantasy I, though. In that they can't do damage. Like, white mages are straight up healers and that's it. They can't do anything else. I mean, they do get some damage near, like, the very end of the game, I think. They get, like, some holy, and they also have, like... They have a spell that can, like, kill undead. But, like, you're not attacking with the white mages. They can't do any damage. It's not like some of the newer games where if you're a white mage, you can still actually, like, do good damage. Like, your white mage, your sole purpose is to heal. You do nothing else. The black mages have a terrible, terrible balance in that game as well. They start off completely useless, and by the end, they're the best class almost. There's just a lot of problems with Final Fantasy I, let's be real. I've talked about this before, but the warriors, or the whatever they're called, the regular, like, sword class, is just the strongest in the game by, like, 1,000 miles. They get the best armor, they do the most damage, they have the most health, they're just the best at everything. They forgot to give them a weakness. They're just like, they're amazing in every way. And then, the thief class was supposed to be a fighter, but faster, but they screwed up the stat for being fast, so he's not actually faster. And he just gets worse equipment. So the thief is literally just a worse version of the fighter with no benefit at all. Still keeping that bit train alive. Yeah, they're supposed to also flee from battle as well, but they screwed up the flee from battle stat, and instead it picks from like garbage memory. If you ever want to see a broken game, look up like Final Fantasy 1. I don't know what you would look up, like all the ways that Final Fantasy 1 is broken. Just Google that or something. Like it's such a broken game. You're supposed to run away based on your retreat, like your speed stat, but they screwed it up. So instead, like the first character runs away based on the third character's attack stat or something, and then the second character runs away based on the field you're in or something, and then the last two enemies or the last two characters run away based on literal garbage memory. So it's just like stupid. Each weapon's crit rate is based on their index number. Wow. Yep. Totally functioning as planned.